and we postponed this for 2 weeks because I haven't seen any drones. I go through my colonies. I'm looking for drones. I'm looking for capped drone larvae. I'm looking for eggs. Well, remember, a queen only takes 16 days. Worker takes 21 days. Drone takes 26 days to hatch. Well, they're not really, sexually viable till they're about 13 to 14 days. That's 2 weeks. You've got 40 days. So if you see a drone egg in there that's just laid, hadn't hatched yet, you're looking at 35, 40 days before that drone is good enough to mate. So if I saw a drone egg and grafted my queen that day, it's going to be real close. I'm probably going to have the queen ready before the drone is. Now, of course, you're not going to see all the drones in all the hives, so I like to at least see capped drone brood in most of my hives, and probably some are already hatching. But I'm going to need lots of drones. They say a queen can mate 15, 20, I've heard 30 times, but I don't really know how many, but it's quite a few. So if I'm going to make 1,000 queens, well, I may need 30,000 drones, which isn't that far-fetched.
It's an uncapped drone because of the size of the cell?
Well, uncapped drone they still cap at the same time. They still cap at 8 days.
Okay.
But it's going to take another 18 days for the drone to actually hatch out. Whereas the worker's going to cap at 8. She's going to need 13 days to hatch out. The queen's going to cap at 8. She only needs 8 more days to hatch. Yeah, really, they really don't start laying drones until they start getting into the season. It's really a swarming instinct. It's a reproductive thing. They know that they're getting tight. Normally, you might have real droney comb that the queen will lay a few eggs, but usually you'll see drones start to get laid in between the bars and up against the side in the corners because they're crowding up. And usually when you start seeing capped drone brood in the corners and the hive starts getting full, start watching for swarm cells. Because now the queen's getting plugged out. She'll start laying her eggs on the bottom of the cells, on the comb, because there's nowhere else to lay. She's crowded, and they know they need to go find a bigger home, divide out and go find a bigger home. If you see the queen cells on the face of the comb, usually there's lots of room in there. That's a supersedure cell. But when you see those cells on the bottom, usually they're crowding up, they're packed. She's got nowhere else to lay but on the bottoms, and they know it's time to go. And you'll see at that point, you'll see queen cells all along the bottom of the bars, drone brood everywhere, and they're packed. And that's another reason you want to make increase and split your bees in the spring, so they won't swarm them. So it's good to get them really before they start that instinct. So usually as soon as I start seeing them laying drones, I want to split my bees. If I can keep them small, I don't need bees until June or July, or actually May or June, because that's when I make the honey flow. So there's no reason to have big bees now unless you're going to split them. Because if you have big bees now and you don't split them, you won't have them for the honey flow. They're going to fly away. They'll be in that tree right there. So, splitting your bees is important, whether you need increase or not. You can take frames out of brood and sell the brood. You can, set up against a fence line, let them eat it out or whatever. But, you need to chop your bees down this time of year or they're going to fly away. So, increases, you want more bees, one, but you almost have to chop them down or you're going to lose them anyway. No fun to, see your bees flying off. I'm sure all of y'all have seen that at one time or another. See that they took, you'll see just a little bit of royal jelly in them and just a little bit of wax getting added to the cups. Hopefully, anyway. Now, I did drop one of these bars on the way out of the barn yesterday, so I may have lost that whole bar. It happens. I think I dropped someone's last year and I had to redo it.
That's over your feet earlier.
No, they're starting them. Let's see. You see a brush over there? Brush? Yes. Thanks, sir. take this out of here. If you look at them, you'll see just a little bit of royal jelly. Grab hold of it, grab it from the ends. There you go. And you see there's a little bit of royal jelly.
Yeah, I got it.
You know, starting up in just the very top of it, and you can see there's a little bit of wax getting put on the thing. This is a 24-hour graph. I graphed this yesterday morning about this time.
Building up on the shelf and these down here.
That white stuff is the royal jelly?
Yeah, that's the royal jelly. You can kind of see it from the angle here. You can see just a little bit of lip there.
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't be able to, you might be able to see the larva in there, but that's one day. You can kind of see.
These are 1 day old?
Yeah.
Those cells are still open?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, pass it around. I got both bars. Just kind of pass it around. Everybody get a good look at it.
Oh, that one there. That's 1 day old.
Yeah, it's 1 day from the graft. Now that's going to be that's probably that larva is probably going to be 2 days old. I grafted it on the first day, and this is the second day of a 2 day old larva. And whereas if you had a 2 day old larva in a worker cell, it wouldn't have near that much jelly in it. Because I turned it vertical. They know it's going to be a queen. That's how come they've loaded so much jelly in there. And you'll see that's
First you put it in there horizontal.
well horizontal. In other words, the cell. Remember a cell.
What's the
Well, actually, they look horizontal. Of course, they're about a 15-degree upright. So that's what I call horizontal. And if that same cell, if they need a queen, they would just draw comb out and turn it vertical, and they turn it into a queen. Yeah, like that peanut. Start loading it with the royal jelly.
And that's a replacement. That's not a supersedure.
Yeah, supersedure is what they do.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Or an emergency queen cell.
Yeah, and the ones hanging on the bottom are...
C in the bottom.
Okay.
See it?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I couldn't see them until I got these stronger glasses. I can see them now.
One day.
Little bitty. Both of these are real easy to see.
But they're laying this way in the bottom.
Yeah, they're laying like that in the bottom. You got it?
All the royal jelly that cell's going to get, all the feeding it's going to get, an incubator. So that's all you're doing then is incubating them. And I've never had luck with that. You got to really, thermal regulation is the key issue of these things. They got to be kept at exactly the right temperature. And no one can do that as good as the bees.
You come out and fill this with sugar water every 2 days or so?
Yeah, I keep it full. We'll probably need some more. But you got it cheap, right? You got it like $5, but they donate money. Well, then you use the extra money that you didn't spend on the hot tool for a can of black paint. You got it. I mean, they already got the money. Yeah, think with that first. Go clean it up in no time. It makes you $5. This is that guy already. Back to my arms and stuff like that. Like one cookies are all that heavy or all
Too much.
You all right? I'll bring you back. I'll pick up a certification. Nah, you just gonna die.
The top end of the ball.
How many of y'all gonna come tomorrow morning? Everybody gonna come? Yeah, I'll be here. say that between these things and also
So we're teaching there, and it's so much closer to the house and everything, I decided to just swap over and just teach it out now. So I'll teach troubleshooting and
Sam, I know, look again.
So does he actually look for an operations job, or is he just kind of?
Yeah, it would be a pickup for him.
This is a good reason not to take it.
He's a project lead right now, and they want to make him a project manager. He just says.
Take it? Go ahead. I'll take it right here.
This is the one that's
Go from back up under here to the front. Right here. Right there. All right. Yeah. No, let's do just one. Just one.
Oh,
Pick
to
it
the
up.
front.
No, just want to pick it up. No, you have to get it tight. So pick it up. Now make your window. I got your window. Reach through the window and grab the rope. All right. Keep pulling. So just pull it to you. Pull it to you. Pull it to you. Keep pulling. Keep pulling. Keep pulling. Right there. Okay. Right there. That's good. Right there. Now fold it up. All right, now remember, come up here and let go of this. No, come on. Grab this, no, let go of this. Now, grab these two, just how you a granny knot. Just like you would a granny. There you go. Now, put your thumb through that and figure straight up in the air. There you go. You got that sliding right there? Now, wait a minute. Now pick your third string here. Right there. Now pull on it. Pull on it. Right there now. Now grab that one. There you go. Now, tie her up. There you go. Now remember, do your thumb over the top. Here, over the top rail, right here, and so over the top, like this. Now pull it off, right here. This is on loose around. You try to tangle around my thumb.
Lose a
Do the
thumb.
same thing. Come up here and just. There you go. That's it. Oh. Well, you got a twin knot there, but that's okay. It's not a double half. It'll still work. You got it right. Your neck. Now, if you have both cleats on here, I can help you out.
It's amazing how simple it is. If you have practice, you can get it down.
You're not tight there. You do it loose. Let's try it again. Just take this in one hand. You go from the back to the front, over here. There you go. Real loose. You leave it loose. Reach through the window. You may pull that rope. You get it loose and kind of get it. There you go. Right about there. So you want about halfway between here and there. There you go. Right down here. Tie your little granny knot. Put your thumb through it until it goes up. There you go.
That's what they say, yeah.
Cinch it. Okay, now grab a hold of it. There you go. There you go. That was it. That was it right there.
I ain't gonna say what it feels like.
There you go. That's it.
Looks like, but there's women around here, but there's no saying.
That's it. That's a double half hitch in the bottom. That was
All
perfect.
right.
He did it that time.
Woohoo!
There you go.
Go from back to front. Reach through the window. Go about halfway. Granny knot, thumb through the hole. Cinch, and then if you want to really tighten it, you start getting loose. Pull your slack out. Then double half hitch. And that truck was tied down. Turn it over upside down in a ditch, and the stuff's going to stay on the bed.
Imagine that.
Okay, we got water. It doesn't need to be tight. It'll be all right. We got cone. We got feeders. We got boxes.
Like a new truck.
Frame in for that one. Since that one is the donor hive, it's already in its spot. It's already got bees foraging. They're already bringing pollen and nectar back. I want to take the extra resources out and give it to the two hives we're making, the two nukes we're making. And we're going to capture queens. You were here yesterday seeing that. Karen, you weren't watching. We're going to capture the queens. These all have queens in them. That's going to be the job is we're going to try to catch the queen. So what we're going to do is, when I pull this box up, I'm going to have 2 boxes ready. I'm going to pull a frame out. If I don't see the queen, I'm going to call out food or brood. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass that to somebody. And we're going to try not to put that stuff on the ground. If somebody gets done and can't find the queen, it needs to go in a box. What we're going to try to do is get a food, a brood, and then just an empty frame and a feeder in all these boxes. So
Where are the empty frames?
they're on the back of the truck.
Okay.
And if we pull a frame out, usually the first one's food. And it's a pretty quick check, but it'll go past 2 or 3 people. So we got 4, we got 8, we got 11. So we'll have 3 groups, one group of 4, one group of 4, one group of 3. That frame will get 8 eyes on it before it goes to a box. And then it'll go in the box as food or brood. And then the dealer will already pull a second frame out, and then he'll scan it quickly. You don't have to search on it's just really pretty quick because you're going to have 8 eyes on it. If she's not just blaring at you, you don't need to just hunt every corner. Pass it to the next guy, and you should have another frame coming at you by then. And the last guy in the row is going to put it in a box, and more than likely the queen will be found by then. As soon as the queen's found, we're going to snag her up, put her in one of our cages, and then it's going to be a matter of brooding food and getting her placed up. The whole thing will take about 5 minutes if you can find the queen properly. We lost a queen yesterday. I think it might have got on the ground. So we're going to try to keep the queen in hand or in a box.
Why are you putting her in a cage? Why not just leave her in the original box?
Well, we're going to have to go to another yard. I've been doing caging the queens because we can get all the cells in then in one yard. And then I can cage those queens and I can make splits with those later.
Okay.
And so it's just been a lot easier to cage the queen. And I've used all those queens we've captured. We've already captured 2 or 3, maybe 200 of them or more. And I've put them all in. And I went and made splits the other night. I've got holes for queens waiting there. And, I've still got probably another 200 of these nukes. I expected to split these nukes 1 to 1 when I first made them up for all the queens we were making. And I think I made about 450 of them. I figured that's what we were doing. I figured we split them 1 to 1. Well, they've done so good, we're making 3 and 4 out of some of them. So in essence, I didn't get to all the nukes. So I've got nukes out there that are going to look like these, 4 and 5 frames of brood. Well, I can go take those in and split them, and go and split them into a big box. Take 2 frames of brood out, put them in a box, use the queen that's in there, then the queen that we're going to capture, I can make a second box out of that. So all these queens will be used. It's just easier for us to do here, and I want my cells on preferably 1 frame of brood. The smaller number of bees is better to get that queen hatched out and bred. A bunch of older bees don't work good for cells. They work. That's why you want smaller mating boxes for cells. I like that anyway. And even on a queen, if they're bigger, you've got to leave them in there much longer before they're accepted. So that's the plan. Anyway, let me demonstrate one here and kind of get the idea.
What's the matter with you?
I was sick. I had fevers.
You need
It's
to
my
get,
favorite food, tomatoes.
those essential oils work on the bees, but they work on people too.
Brood, we starting a new box somewhere?
I guess one of those over there.
That one's got a filler and a feeder.